So for the past few months, like I committed myself to go back to the beginning of Pastor Stephen Darby's uh sermons, right? And like every morning when I go on my walks, I listen to it as I go on my walks. That's why I be screen recording and I post it because I be hearing such good stuff. And not everybody um hears that, so that'll get them to go to the channel and watch, or it's people that aren't believers and they hear Pastor Darby and it brings them to his word, right? Like the way that the Ruach works is hard to explain unless you've experienced it. Like you might hear a message or like a sermon teaching, and then the Ruach within you starts revealing something, and it'll bring like moments or some things to your like your remembrance. And because you're in the Word, that thing begins to line up with Scripture, and suddenly it makes sense why something is happening or why we're being warned, and like not to move a certain way. It's like an understanding, right? For example, I'll be listening to Pastor Stephen Darby in the mornings, and while I'm listening to him, a memory or a situation will come to mind, or like just the times that we're in will come to my mind that directly correlates with what I just heard. But there's always a message that comes out of it, something that like clicks spiritually. And I know for a fact I wouldn't have come to that conclusion on my own. It's not something I reason my way into. It's the Ruach connecting dots with scripture, scripture with experience, and then truth with reality, and revealing, meaning that wasn't obvious before. And that's how the Ruach teaches, leaving nothing missing. So I say that to say something crossed my mind the other day. I don't even remember exactly which sermon I was listening to. I just know it was by Pastor Darby. And he referenced the garden, and then something like clicked for me in that moment. It made me realize why women are so often targeted. And I think that's what it was. He was saying how women are always the target or the influence of a thing. And it made me realize why women are so influenced when it comes to going against what the Most High commanded, especially concerning headship. So in the garden, it wasn't Adam, the serpent approached first. It was Eve. She was the one the serpent engaged, manipulated, and convinced to go against what the Most High Yahuwah had said. And yeah, I understand what Adam did. So I'm not excluding that, excusing that. That's talked about all the time. I'm not talking about Adam, right? I'm talking about Eve. You heard me? And I need you to stay with me. What happened in the garden plays out the same way today. The world consistently approaches the woman first, and over time, roles, perceptions, and positions have been intentionally shifted. Like you can even see this historically after segregation ended. Black families left tight knit black communities where money circulated within the community, but instead of being integrated equally, many were pushed into housing projects, and in order for the black woman to receive welfare, housing, or financial assistance, they were often told they could not have a man in the home. Now, that was a serpent offering an option, just like in the garden. Like you can have provision and not have order. Like you can this is what they telling you. You can survive, but you can't have covenant. You can eat, we'll feed you, but it will cost you obedience. And that is the same strategy. It looks good, it feels necessary, it's presented as help, but it fractures the family structure. Then fast forward, feminism, abortion, hookup culture. Again, everything comes to the woman first. The messaging always targets her independence, her body, her authority, and her choices. And then the man responds differently, either through passivity, absence, or participation. But once he partakes too, the consequences affect everyone. And that's the pattern. Different actions, same destruction, and it all starts the same way by approaching the woman first. Uh huh.